This year, the City of Santa Maria has been laying the groundwork to revitalize its downtown district. To guide its efforts, city officials have created the Downtown Specific Plan. For this sit-down, we talk with city planning officials about their goals and vision for the future of Santa Maria's downtown.
So I'm Peter Gilli. I'm the Planning Division Manager of the City of Santa Maria, and so I oversee the Planning Department, and we recently updated our downtown plan, which is why there's all these new efforts in our downtown area.
And my name's Neda Zayer. I'm one of the planners here at the city and was the project manager for the downtown.
So let's just jump right in. So what is the vision for our downtown?
So when you think about active downtowns that you've been to, they have a lot of characteristics, but in the end, it's a place that people want to be. Whether it's a downtown that's focused on shopping or has open spaces or large civic buildings, people want to be there. And so the vision of the new downtown plan is to make our downtown a place that people want to be. We don't try to specify exactly what that is going to look like because admittedly, we're not going to know until we get there. But it lays out that we want to focus on how do we make it so that people want to come downtown and spend time in downtown.
So how are we doing that? Big part of that is the downtown specific plan. So what is the downtown?
So the specific plan is, in government terms, it's a regulatory document that lays out the regulations and guidelines for new development in downtown. But we've also put in a lot of additional focus beyond just the regulations of new development, but also on how do we really make it so people want to come here. And there were three areas that we focused on: activities, partnerships, and beautification. That the plan tries to look at ways to instill that into the area to make people want to come here.
So where are we with the plan?
So if we go off what Peter was saying about the three strategies, the activities, beautification, and partnerships, that's kind of, we've tried to tackle each one of those. And to start with activities, this past year we launched Downtown Fridays, which is a weekly farmers market that happens over here at Town Center West parking lot. And part of really getting people downtown is you got to program things for them to do downtown. And so this farmers market is to draw people into the downtown and provide them something to do. And it's got music, it's got food, it's got produce, and it's a real opportunity for the community to come together and have a good time. We've done a lot of special things at it, like honor our local Olympians that went on to the Olympics this year, and it's been a great atmosphere and a lot of community camaraderie, a lot of people coming and enjoying music and hanging out downtown. That's going to end for this season at the end of October and shut down for the winter, and it's going to start up again in next March or April. And we've learned a lot in this first season of doing it, and next year we hope to add a lot of new items into it and revamp it a little bit. So that's going to be coming next season. So that's really the efforts we've made with the activities. In the realm of beautification, there's a lot that the city can lead and do in making downtown a more attractive place for people to come and want to walk around in and hang out in. And so this coming year, in 2017, we're going to do a lot of efforts in public outreach in something that we're going to be putting together, which is the Downtown Streetscape Plan. And that streetscape plan was a grant that we applied for from Caltrans and were awarded. And it's going to look at really our street network and walkability, bikeability, and friendly environment in the downtown. It's going to look at, do we do some traffic calming efforts in the downtown area and make our streets easier for not only people to drive through, but to walk and bike through. Do we do crosswalks and bulb outs and street furnishing, and if we do those things, what should they look like and where should they be focused? And so we're going to ask the public a lot of that this coming winter and fall, and see what the input from the people is. Because we get a lot of feedback. Yeah, we've got 2 huge Caltrans streets. How do you walk around downtown? Does it feel like a downtown? Like, okay, let's try and change that. Let's try and make it feel more like a downtown. So this plan is really going to dig into the details of that and put together, the improvements that need to be made in the downtown streetscape to make that happen. And then the goal is from there, then we go through and start implementing it. Another thing that we're working on this coming fall and winter is an art box program that's going to start in the downtown. A lot of surrounding communities and other cities in California do this, where they go and paint their art boxes and add some real vibrancy and attraction in their downtowns. And so we're going to launch that in our downtown this coming season too, to really start beautifying the area. So we're looking at little steps that we can take that put together can make a really big difference. So we're taking one bite at a time.
And on the art boxes, those are they take the utility boxes that Caltrans or the city has for the traffic signals that are normally just gray or green boxes, and work with local artists to actually put artwork on them. So it's something, as was said, it's been done other places. It shows an investment in the area. It shows that we're trying to make the area more special. If someone is walking around, gives them something to stop and look at and admire. So just a small thing, but an important step.
I guess the hard part with doing these revitalization efforts, there's got to be a cart before the horse, right? So what's really the focus there? Do you need to bring business first, or do you think the plan is what's going to bring people and businesses here? Is it a dual effort now?
It's a multi-pronged effort because it isn't, revitalizing a downtown is not a linear type of approach, because you've got to attack it from multiple angles, which is why there's that 3-pronged strategy. Another prong of it was partnerships and really partnering with businesses and developers to make downtown an attractive place for them to want to develop and establish their business. And we can do that through incentives and city partnerships with them and trying to approach it that way. But you can't just, it's not just getting businesses there and then it's going to get the ball rolling. It's like, we got to get activities, we got to make it a better place to walk around and easier for people who do park here to feel like they can hang out here, and then we've got to get businesses to partner. So we're trying to approach it at every angle we can. That's going to really start the synergy and momentum. Once we feel like we've got that momentum going, then it all just kind of builds on each other and starts growing. But the initial efforts is we've got to come at it with everything that we have to get that ball rolling.
Right, because this iteration of the downtown specific plan is the second kind of movement, right?
Yes.
As I understand it, the first kind of movement was kind of that business first model. You just kind of bring people here, expecting people would buy up the properties, and then it would come. Then the economy tanked, right?
Yep.
And then we were kind of left with what to do.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly it. It was a plan that was more focused on expecting the economy of the mid-2000s to keep going, and at that time, real estate development was booming everywhere, in every area. And so when the recession happened, the plan being focused on people coming in and investing, well, there was no investors. So the new plan does take a much different look. When you break it down, one of the original points was we have to make downtown a place people want to be. You don't necessarily have to build a lot of new buildings, to do that. You can do it with activities. You could do it with making the area look nicer so that people would want to be here. We do want to try to find opportunities for new development as well, because as was mentioned, we need every piece, to move forward. In many ways, the current plan could be argued as being bring the people to downtown and it will get better, as opposed to let's get people to build things in downtown. If we know that there are a lot of people who, if You ask them to make a list of things that attract them, to come downtown, and a list that does not attract them. Right now, their list of does not is larger, and we need to change that. We need to take things off that list and put things on the other side. And when that starts to happen, and Downtown Fridays is a big was a big first step. When people start to realize there are things to do downtown. I can come downtown and stop by Downtown Fridays, pick up something at one of the stores, or eat at a restaurant, so on and so forth. Then we're starting to improve things, because there are things to do downtown. Not saying there isn't. We have a brand new theater. A lot of people that have a lot of people come to and see movies. We have a library that has lots of customers who come in every day. There's the Discovery Museum. There's the Teen Center. There's lots of things to do. But what seems to happen is people go and do that one thing, and then they leave. Whereas you look at the downtowns that seem to be more successful, people go there, maybe they do that one task, but then they see so many other things that they just walk around a little bit and say, oh, I'll just go down this street and see what's new. We need to try to add those pieces, whether it's, once again, with the activities, with incentives. We have things for downtown business, whether they're existing or a new one coming in, to ask for a facade improvement grant. So if they want to spruce up their exterior, we can help them out with that a bit. So there's lots of little things that are being worked on, but the main recognition is just if the city just sits back and hopes that new development occurs, we might get lucky and development might occur, but it didn't in the last cycle, and so we want to try to use our influence, our properties, and take some leadership in some of these areas. The outreach for the streetscape plan that was talked about, we want it to be very expansive. We want it to be the largest outreach program that the city's ever had. We want to get the most input possible from all age groups, all ethnicities, all walks of life. What do you want the streets of downtown to feel like?
Right. So how are we going to do that?